The Sciforror Film Podcast. Hello and welcome to a special episode of the Sciforror Film Podcast. I'm Andy Walker and I'm joined by Owen Llewelyn. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. No, pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Good. Well, we are going to be talking today mainly about the R.I.P. Man and R.I.P. Man 2. But before we do that, give me a little bit of your background about, how you got into making horror films especially, but films in general.
Yeah, so I mean, horror films in general, like it's a kind of a new thing to me because until the R.I.P. Man, I was never in any never really part of the horror industry. Acting wise, though, I've been wanting to act since I was about 12 years old. That was about the same age I got into movies, and yeah, it's been kind of like my main my main goal in life is to have a career, to be able to sustain a life on acting. Yeah, I trained for it, and in the last 16 years, I've been acting on and off in film and theatre. Usually more in like thrillers or I often get cast as the villain, but the R.I.P. Man was the first time. Actually playing a horror villain, which was actually a bit of a life dream for me because I always said to people I'd love to be in some horror film that could get a cult following, and yeah, hopefully this might be it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the world takes to it when it comes out. But
So how did you actually get involved in the R.I.P. Man? Did you audition or was it through people you knew or?
I didn't actually. Yeah, it was through people I knew. I didn't actually audition. I worked with Jamie, the director, Jamie Langlands. Yeah, I've known him for about 8 or 9 years. I worked with him on a film called A Prelude to a Fear. I think it'd have been like 2018, where I had a small role, and he was one of the main roles. I was playing a policeman in that. I sort of knew him socially over the years, and I did a couple of other things with him. And then he decided he wanted to go into directing, and he did a first film called The Cellar, which he released.
Yeah.
And then yeah, R.I.P. Man ended up being his second project, and he just sent me a message on Facebook Messenger, um, saying like, "How would you feel about playing the title role in this character, the title character in this film? Here's the script." And I was like, I just read it. I was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I can do that. I'd love to." I mean, obviously, most actors don't turn down roles, but especially not a horror one. I didn't think too much of it. I wasn't sure if he was going to use me for the whole film or if he was just going to use me for the concept shorts. And that, because I knew they were going to planning on making a feature film, but they just filmed the first scene originally to crowdfund
Yeah.
and get interest in it. Yeah, so I wasn't even 100% if I was going to be used for the whole film or not, or if it was just a one-off thing. I certainly didn't expect it to get a massive buzz. Well, it's not that I didn't think it was capable of it. I just didn't think about that because I've always been in kind of low budget films which don't get any traction, and no one really, no one beyond immediate circles really are aware of it. So
There is definitely a growing trend of people moving to watching lower budget independent films nowadays. I think because a lot of the big budget and the big studios have been they make blockbusters, they make these big films, which, after a while all start looking the same. And it's kind of like, we want something a bit more old school. I think sometimes you want people who are going to make good films with a good story, not just overblown effects.
Absolutely. And horror, the film industry's become such a machine at this point that it's harder for new ideas to really, like new, I guess what's the right word? Yeah, out of the box, more daring ideas to be made by a big budget Hollywood studio anymore because, yeah, there's so much money goes into it. They're not willing to take the risk. So low budget movies are the ones that are going to take those risks and hopefully create something a bit more special than something that's guaranteed to make money.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, we did a review of uh, the short film that was made originally when Jamie first put it up as a crowdfunding thing to get money to make the feature, and we were very impressed with it. To be honest, I thought it was a great film, and I thought you were really good in it.
Thank
So
you.
I kind of I had a lot of good expectations from the film, to be honest, because I thought if they make the film anywhere near as good as this concept, then it'll be great. Um, so what was it like making the film? Was it was it as good as you thought it was going to be playing the horror villain?
Oh, yeah, it was a really fun experience, and yeah, as you're saying with the short, like I didn't expect it to. I don't know. I just didn't have expectations because I was so used to doing films that, and then they just happen, and you don't even know if they're going to look good once you've done them. And when I saw how they put together that opening scene, I was like, wow, that's incredible. They've done an incredible job. Like,
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and I realized I was in. I think that was when I was realized I was involved in something a little special. Yeah, the role was really fun to do. It was. I was surprised when filming, like how little my character appears in it in a way. Like you don't think about it until because you think like, oh, I'm the main presence in the film, but then you're like, I get the handful of shooting dates, and I'm like, oh wow, is that all I'm doing? Like, but that's how horror works because you want to keep a mystery behind the character, so you don't want them to appear too much and those
Absolutely.
moments to be memorable. But that was a surprise when when filming because I didn't consider that. I was like, oh wow, yeah, yeah. It's short but impactful moments. And, like the
I
most.
mean, it's I noticed that it was up on Facebook on social media yesterday, I think it was, that it's going to be available on Apple TV.
It is, yeah.
So
They put it up. They put it up for pre-order. I don't use Apple TV myself, so I'm not sure how it exactly works. But
no, I don't know, to be honest. I don't use Apple TV, but it is available, yeah,
yeah,
for pre-order on Apple TV.
um,
So, and maybe it will be on other streaming
yeah,
platforms as well.
yeah. Amazon Prime is going to be on.
Oh,
The 12th of January is when it's going to be released. Yeah, there was a handful of other ones that Jamie mentioned to me, but I can't recall them because they're not ones I use. But I should have had a list written down.
no,
But
no, no, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, no, so it's going to be good. Everyone's going to be able to see it. Has it done? It's done some festivals and things, hasn't it? I think.
it has. We done quite well on the festivals so far. Yeah, there was one called H Fearfest who actually gave me an award for best actor in the film, which
Oh,
was yeah, which was that was incredible. Yeah, and we won a couple of other awards as well. I for the short, I won best villain, and August, who plays the girl in the short, well, in the main film, Abigail, she won best actress in that. So there's some. Hopefully, there's more awards for the film to come, and hopefully,
yeah,
people.
yeah. Well, no, I'm just, I mean, I definitely think it will be worth people um, watching it when it comes out on streaming platforms if they haven't seen it already, and catching it if it's at any festivals and that. And now Jamie is got a crowdfunding thing up to try to raise money to make a sequel.
Yes, so he's actually just achieved it. Yesterday or the day before, they reached their goal. It was a little it was a little touch and go there, but yeah, we actually made over the amount that we were hoping to get. So that's for the opening scene for the sequel. So I think they're going to do another crowdfunder later for the feature film, but they want to create a sort of concept short, just like for the first one.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to be involved in that short, I don't believe, because it's going to be yeah, the I obviously the twist at the end. There's a new killer in town for the start, for at least the start.
But I'm assuming you will be
Oh, I will be,
in the
yeah.
sequel.
Oldham Pickham, despite yeah, just he pulls through,
Well, I mean,
and
have you got any idea on dates for any of that at all for the short or anything?
I don't know actually. Originally, Reese was telling me that it was going to be December they were going to be filming it, but obviously December's here, and there hasn't been any talk too much about that yet. So I
No.
imagine it's probably going to be more likely January.
I was
Uh,
wondering. I wonder if they might get it finished because the Romford Horror Film Festival is on in February. I think it is February, March
oh,
next year. So if they could get it finished and into that, that would be fantastic because then I could go and see it.
yeah, I imagine they will get that short if providing they do film it in January. I'm sure it'll be ready by March because I was surprised again when they did the opening scene. It must have been 2 weeks maximum. It
Oh,
was sent
right.
to me, and I was like, "Oh wow, that was quick!" And I'll say they did an amazing job with the editing and everything. And
Cool.
yeah, it certainly doesn't appear as something that was rushed. So they're obviously really good with the turnaround. And so yeah, I could imagine that's very possible.
Okay. So apart from R.I.P. Man 2, which you will be doing at some point when they have enough money for that, have you got any other projects that you're working on or that you have
Um,
coming up?
Nothing that I'm currently working on, but I just there's a film called Ghoul Squad, which I filmed in August, which has just had its like a premiere screening, which is yeah, that's a comedy about the world's worst ghost hunters, kind of like a mockumentary, a little bit like The Office, but for yeah, ghost hunters, and it's really funny. I was really happy with it, and I think people will really like it. So that's one too. I recommend anyone checking out once it's available. I'm not 100% on its release date yet, but
Okay,
yeah,
so sorry, what was that called?
it's called Ghoul Squad.
Ghoul Squad. Okay. Right. Okay,
It's
we'll
got
keep an eye.
Jamie. It's got a couple of the R.I.P. man cast in it as well. Like Jamie Langland's the director is in it, and Jasmine Keane, who's yeah the lead actress. She's in Ghoul Squad as well, and a couple of other people as well.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay. So everybody out there, look out for Ghoul Squad. I mean, it may be coming up on festivals around, for the
Sure, it
next
will be.
for the year or whatever. Uh, Look out for R.I.P. Man, which is going to be available from around the middle of January on different streaming platforms, Apple TV and Amazon Prime and others. And look out as well for crowdfunding and that information for R.I.P. Man 2. Thank you very much, Owen. It's been great talking to you.
No, likewise, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'll see you again soon.
See you
Bye.
soon. Take care. Bye.
The Sciforror Film Podcast.